Welcome back. It's Saturday morning. We're just blowing through work here. And I have the heater core on the same thing as the Dodge Grand Caravan with the rear AC, heat and AC. In the back of your vehicle, buried under a bunch of plastic in your seats and all that stuff, is the rear auxiliary HVAC unit. You'll see the heater cores in there, a bunch of motors and doors and blower motor. This was the problem. The bolts that hold the expansion valve to the evaporator core, you can see that it was leaking up in here, and I could not get the bolts loose to get in here and just service the expansion valve. So we're going to replace the evaporator and expansion valve all in one shot. Let me go grab some parts, and then you guys can see what's up. Hopefully, what we have here is failure. So you can hear me. I don't know if that all works. And then Jude's actually doing a job on Nissan. I'm going to tell you, Jude, I've never done that job, but I've estimated many of them. Is that it sounds like the engine has a knock in the Nissan 3.5, is that what it is?
Yeah, it's a 3.5. 3.7.
The fuel, how about this? It has 2 fuel pulse dampers, and they rattle and sounds like it's an engine knock at idle. How about that?
Yeah, I've never heard Chevy having that problem though.
Yeah.
I never heard
Your tried and true Nissan. All right, so that appears to be correct. So we're going to slop this out. This is the old one. And then this is the new one. And then we're going to put this all back together, which should be fun. I should have probably flipped it, but whatever. Right here at the top. So I can put the expansion valve on from the bottom of the car. It really doesn't matter how you service this at this point. So now I'm going to slide this back together, and which should be uber fun.
It's really simple.
It's really simple. This is
Besides
really simple.
the doors, hold on, let me get on the inside. So I can,
So you can finger the doors.
well, yeah, I can grab this door and maneuver where I need to.
Okay.
There you go.
Probably should just flip it, but I don't know if it's going to go.
I would flip it.
No.
Come on.
There.
Come here.
Yeah, right.
Right there.
I'm gonna have to pop the motors off to make sure you're in.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea. Because also more work to do.
I was trying to cut time by
Swap
not
the
taking
motors.
taking more short apart.
Start apart.
I told Rachel yesterday, no flat tires, no bullshit. And let's sit in the middle of the parking lot. Only real work, please. Did your door pop out of kilter?
No, mine's chilling. I'm holding up in place. Oh, Anthony, what are you doing, dude? What'd you do?
It's gonna like go straight down.
Well, first
Straight
off,
down
you're
to
not even-
Paradise City where the grass is green and the girls are ugly.
No. Pretty. Can you grab me like a flathead or something? Pop that in. He's like, what is heat
I
contact?
think it's this.
Right, yeah, that little plastic bit.
That's not it.
Right there. Oh, there we go. Like a glove. Maybe. I think we're just calling some gallopers now. There we go.
Alright, that's all she wrote.
And that was all she wrote.
So for a guy who's going to do this on a Sunday afternoon, you're probably going to need to go buy unless someone's going to give you every detail and tool on this, I don't know, on the cheapest. If you don't have any tools and you want to do this yourself and don't want to pay anybody, you want to buy the tools that we use, you're going to need a complete torque set, snap on everything, probably about $1,500 of tools. 500 extensions.
I wouldn't say you need that. But
I'm saying if you bought the tools that the pros use,
oh yeah,
and you're going to get an AC machine.
Yeah.
If you buy the proper AC machine, tools used to do this job is over $5,000.
Probably.
If you were to go and buy
Not
absolutely,
including the lift. And
right, not including the lift, but and then
the space. And
right. If you would try to do this on the cheap, like use hand ratchets and buy just the one torque socket, and buy one 19 millimeter and all this other stuff. It costs you a few $100s in tools. Then you got to go buy refrigerant.
Have you ever
I can't hear you.
Have you ever had somebody come in and be like, hey, can you just suck the AC out? I want to do this job myself, but I don't have a machine.
Yes, I've actually had a person many years ago do their own AC compressor and then have us recover it. They went home and did it and then paid us to do it again. To recharge it.
I mean, as long as they pay.
As long as they're paying. How does that look like it's bent? Alright, so you got to see it. Thanks for watching. Oh, so anyway, all the years that I've been hearing the Nissan pulse dampers rattle like an idle knock, and you know how many people, used car dealers, bought those cars from customers and told them that their engine had noise and they bought it cheap? Yeah, I've known a few dealers who've done that to customers over the years. They're like, yeah, I stole this car. This was a used car. Every used car dealer says this. I stole the car from the customer. Is that a guy you want to trust? New car dealers do the same thing to you. I stole the car from the customer. They know that you're at a weak point in your life or in a vulnerable point in your life, and they give you peanuts for your trade when they should be giving you top dollar.
That's why.
All that to make their used car manager look better, because then they take that car and sell it to somebody else and make huge profits.
That's why the Jeep is going to get.
Gina! All right, thanks for watching.